Welcome back to our Bardeen University series. So after the first video, we've gone through and just kind of give you a very basic layout of how to navigate the very first few pages of Bardeen. In this section, we're actually going to dive into our quick start playbooks, and we'll actually walk through one of those from end to end. So by the end of this video, you will actually have a finished playbook ready to use, calibrated for your situation. Cool. So let's go ahead and jump in. So just as before, we're going to click on our little Bardeen symbol here. And this time we're going to navigate over to our playbooks, just as you saw in the last video. And in this case, we're going to create our own. So start building. All right, so there's quite a few quick start playbooks here. So as you can see, you'll have different categories up here at the top. Then you can have a whole bunch of different options that you can choose from. We'll go over a little bit more in depth each of these individually in the future, but for now, I'm just going to walk you through just how they're built and just what to expect whenever you're using one of these. So as you can see, there's lots of different ones here. We're just going to walk through one of the most common ones, which is actually our lead sourcing and outreach. So to get started, we're just going to click on this one. And then it's going to give you a little summary, a description, and then over here on the right, it's going to actually tell you a summary of everything, every individual step that we're doing here, just generalized. Whenever you're ready, you just click your Let's Start. And this is when the questions begin. So what we're actually doing here is we are actually building out a playbook, but it's just going to ask you lots of different questions on how to calibrate that specifically to you. And then you'll see all the different things that it'll be doing in the very end. So we're going to walk through this one together right now, and then you can actually go through and be able to adjust this specifically to your situation. So the very first one here is your source, and it's going to ask you, where do you want to source your leads from? So lots of different options here, as you'll see in all these different questions. But for the first one, we're just going to click on Bardeen. The next question will be select the sources that Bardeen should explore for additional data. This is a multi-choice, so you can actually choose as many that it's relevant to you. In my case, I'm just going to click Bardeen just to keep it simple. And the next one is your qualification step. So this is something that we'll be using AI to qualify in general. And you'll see a little bit later why I say that in a little bit of a general way, because there's a couple different questions that it's going to ask you on how it needs to be qualified. But ultimately, you can adjust this in a lot of different ways, depending on how you would like to qualify the leads that come in. So in this case, we're going to click yes, and then we'll just let it move on to the next step. So that's our yes. So our next step here is our outreach. So it's going to select what is your outreach channel. As before, you'll see lots of different options. We're going to go down here. We're actually just going to click our Gmail. And the next thing it's going to ask is you're storing leads. So where would you like to store the leads? I'm going to click HubSpot, but if you're a Salesforce company, you have your Salesforce, Pipedrive, Google Sheets is a very common one. Lots of different options here. So we're going to click on HubSpot. The next thing it's going to ask is set up and test each action. So while test running, you will be asked to connect your apps and fill in missing details. So I've actually gone through and already connected a couple of things because there's a little bit sensitive account information in there. But just know that as you're setting these up in the first, for the first time, you'll need to connect things like your HubSpot and your Gmail, Smart Lead or whatever account that you may be wanting to use. Prepare to have a little bit of time to connect those. But once they are set up, you're good. You won't need to do it again. All right, so we're going to click our continue here, and then we're going to give it a few moments, and then it's actually going to start building out the raw framework for this playbook. So as you can see, it's already done here, but our questions continue. So our very first step here is to find profiles. So in order to do that, I need to know what job titles we're actually looking for. So in our case, we're going to say something general, and for example, we're going to say sales. And then there's a little plus button here, so I can add additional ones. And, if that's good enough, and all you want is just anybody with the word sales in their title, then you could stop there. But you can continue to refine this down as well. And if I say another very general category, I might say, all right, well, I also want anybody with the word marketing inside of their job title, and so on and so forth. You can add quite a few of these. So as time goes on, you'll definitely make this a little bit more specific and pointed towards exactly what you're looking for. All right, so then we're going to click our continue button. Our next question is our location. So in this case, we're going to say United States, but we can add in whatever that's relevant here. Same as before, we have a little multi-select button here, so we could add in like United States, Canada, UK, Mexico, wherever it is that we're targeting, we can add those different locations here as well. We're going to click our continue. The next thing is it's going to ask what management level we are looking for. So in this case, we can say something like a founder and owner. Then we could say I'm also looking for C-suites, and I also want VP, but that's it. I don't want any more than that. So we'll click on our continue. And the next one is going to ask for company industry. In this case, I'm actually just going to skip this one, but you can add in some more specific industries if that's what you're looking for as well. Keep in mind, industries can be a little tricky. So definitely research this, because if you can find what you're looking for inside of the industry, that's great. But you can also try searching it without the industry as well and filtering in a few different other ways. Make sure you kind of try different ways to make sure you get the best data possible. So let's click our skip button. And then lastly, for this specific section, it's going to ask you for your limit. So this is limiting how many contacts would you like per company. So if you remember, we're only choosing 3 management levels for this specific scenarios. But if we did something like manager or director, there's a chance there could be like 20 different options for that return back for each company. But I may not want to contact 20 people at any given company. So in that situation, I can do something like, I just want to limit it to 3, or how many ever makes sense for you. And then I'm going to click continue. And I'm going to give it a moment. And then you can see some of the examples up here. It actually went through and found a couple of profiles, and it's moving through the different steps. So now we're over here on step 4, moving on to step 5. All right, so now for this one, it's actually stopped at the HubSpot integrations here, and I want to show you this here. So for all these different steps, don't get too hung up on the technical parts of it. We'll do things a little bit more in depth later on, but for now, this is really just meant to give you an overview. So anytime that you have your data, you're going to have something like a column mapping here. And what this is it's showing the different pieces of data that you were able to find with Bardeen and where that data is going. And we basically just need to map that from one location to the other to know it may be called over here raw address and over here street address, but it's the same thing. That's perfectly fine. We just need to make sure we have the data put in the correct location. So for now, we're just going to click continue. And then it's going to ask you the exact same thing, but this time this is for the contact. The previous one was for the company. And for this, we're just going to click continue. You may have a lot of different options here. If you're like Bardeen, you have a lot of different custom fields inside of your HubSpot. All right. So you can see a few of these are skipped. That's perfectly fine. We're not doing that many contacts for this, so don't worry too much about that. We're just getting everything set up at the moment. So you can see we've gone down finally to the very end. And just to review some of these, we're going to go up to the very top here. So this is basically the playbook that we just built out using our walkthrough. So the very first thing that we're doing here is we're finding our different profiles. So the job titles that we put in before. We are then getting information about each of those profiles here, which is great. Then we're doing a little bit of data cleaning, and we are merging all of those together so that way they're nice and neat and organized. And then we're using our categorizer here, which I had one already made, but as you are making more of these, you can set up your categorizer to more specifically filter out what you're looking for. And then we have a a conditional here of like if the categorizer comes back as yes and if the categorizer comes back as no. Again, don't get too hung up on that. We'll talk about that a little bit more later. But if it comes back as yes, then we will add that company to the HubSpot. Then we'll add that contact to the HubSpot. And then we're going to generate a message based off of all that information. And then finally, we're going to add that as a draft into our Gmail account so we can look it over, send the email, win the prospect, and win the deal. So this is an example of what one of your quick start playbooks options that you have. If you want to go through more of these, there's additional videos for each of these that we can go through and you can see just so you kind of know how those work. But if you want to actually jump in and start building custom playbooks on your own, then you can actually continue down in the series as well. So that will actually be our next video. Thanks for watching.